Marriott has record-setting welcome offers on a couple of their credit cards. There's a really nice status match with American Airlines and Hyatt. We've got Airplane Etiquette. A new survey shows what is acceptable and what is not according to you. And I've got a story today that I need to get your opinion on as it relates to carpooling with someone that may not smell the nicest. And how do you handle those situations? That and a lot more on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. These episodes come out every Sunday evening, and my goal is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. Super simple to follow along. The topics are on the screen with a timer down below and timestamps down in the description below. If you do find this video helpful, or at the very least mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and keep in mind if you're interested in any cards mentioned in today's video, or any cards for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you do that, it does greatly help support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. We're gonna end the show today with a free food deal as well, so keep an eye out for that. We've got some pretty big stories to cover. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. The Bonvoy Brilliant and the Bonvoy Bevy have some really nice sign-up offers that you are going to want to pay attention to. First, American Express is offering a bonus of 185,000 points after you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months on the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. Now, does this card have a high annual fee? Yes, it does, but that's a heck of a lot of points. On the other side, with the Bonvoy Bevy, they are offering 155,000 points after $5,000 spend in the first 6 months. I really like both of these bonuses because they give you 6 months to meet that minimum spend, and that is a large sum of points. There's no other way around it. It's a lot of points. It's the highest they've ever offered in terms of points. Now, do some of the Marriott cards occasionally offer free night certificates? Yes, they do, but some people may not want the free night certificates. I like those, but if you're looking to just bank a lot of points, right now is definitely the time to take a look at either one of these cards. You all know I'm a big fan of Hyatt. I think it is the best hotel loyalty program out there. And right now they've got a great status match offer with American Airlines, who I also use quite frequently. So Hyatt is currently offering a 90-day status match for American Airlines Elites and a challenge to keep status until February 28th, 2026. So for Advantage Elites, all you have to do is stay 10 nights at Hyatt hotels within 90 days of registration and keep Explorer status, so that's nice. And Advantage Platinum Pro and higher, stay 20 nights at Hyatt hotels within 90 days of registration, and you can keep Globalist status. And it looks like you're also able to reverse this offer, so Hyatt Elites can get status with American Airlines, and in fact, that's what happened to me. I got American Advantage Executive Platinum because of my Globalist status. So if you're trying to earn Hyatt status, if you're an American Airlines loyalty member now, make sure that you can get those hotel stays within the 90-day windows. And if you already have Explorer status or Globalist status with Hyatt, go ahead and status match with American Airlines. This is super easy to do. Everybody should take advantage of this. Go do it now. So YouGov just surveyed a lot of people asking, what is the proper airline etiquette? What is acceptable and what is not? And look, there's all kinds of stories that pop up all the time, and we talk about them on the channel. We talk about these really interesting scenarios, but let's just talk about basic level etiquette for airline travel. I want to know, when I read these acceptable and unacceptable pieces, which ones do you agree with? Now, first of all, it's going to be impossible to talk about every conclusion from this study, but first, let's go ahead and get down to what is acceptable etiquette for airline passengers. So let's start with some of the conclusions. 56% of people say it's cool to close the window during takeoff or landing. Feel free to recline your seat back, because 55% of respondents are okay with you actually reclining the seat back, although we do hear complaints about that all the time. 81% of passengers approve of using a laptop on a tray table. I don't really see the big deal with that unless you're getting in the way of somebody else. This one's really interesting. 72% of people agree that it's okay to wake your seatmate from sleeping if you need to use the bathroom. That's an interesting one as well. All right, so now let's go to the unacceptable behavior, because that's going to be a lot more fun. 82% of respondents say that it is unacceptable for you to get out of your seat during turbulence. I would hope that would be the case. People not putting their device in airplane mode, 64% of people say they are not happy about that whatsoever. 81% of people find it unacceptable to watch movies or TV shows without headphones. 74% say taking up both armrests is a complete no-no. And this one's really interesting because I overlooked this one a lot myself. 66% of people see it very negatively if you are not paying close attention during a safety demo. Now, I'm guilty of this myself. I don't always pay attention to the safety demo because I fly all the time. I feel like I've got it down pretty well, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. So these are really interesting. A couple more conclusions. Standing up as soon as the plane lands is acceptable to only 29% of passengers, with other people preferring them to wait. Removing your shoes during a flight is okay with 30% of travelers. Bringing a small dog on board is acceptable to only 37% of passengers as well. So I don't know, this is a really interesting study. I'll put a link in the description below so everybody can take a look at it. But airline travel is always fun and people are generally stressed out more than they are in their normal daily life. But hey, these scenarios always come up. Now you know what people think. Let me know what you have to say. You know, every week on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to share stories that relates to travel, credit cards, money, finance, and how that combines with personal relationships. And today I've got a story from a poster online that's asking if they were in the wrong in this particular scenario. So I'm gonna read straight from the post here. This is coming from the author. Me, a 22-year-old male, and my coworker, a 23-year-old male named Jack, live relatively close to one another, about 2 blocks apart from one another, and we work the same hours, and this house is directly on commute, so when we realized it, it was a no-brainer for us to carpool. Jack used to take public transit, and I used to be stuck in traffic on the local highway that's notoriously slow, so being able to take the HOV and cruise into work cut my commute time in half, and it was a win-win. The problem? Jack smells awful. Like, not just a little BO after a workout, but like effing rank rotting onions. At work it's tolerable, but sitting in a car for almost 40 minutes a day is just unbearable, and the smell lingers for long hours after he's gone, so my car just permanently smells abysmal. So after about 2 weeks of commuting together, I had enough. I decided that I should probably just be honest with him about the reason and told him that the body odor was becoming unpleasant for me and that I didn't want to carpool anymore. He got really upset, telling me that it was unfair for me to just decide out of the blue to double his commute time and make him pay for public transit again. When I talked to my girlfriend, she said I should have at least asked him to shower or something before just refusing to drive together. But previous complaints had been made in the office and he didn't change his behavior, so I assumed there was no point here. I genuinely feel awful and I don't know if I am the a-hole here. Any thoughts? Wow, what an interesting story here. I don't know if you've ever been in this situation before. I bet everyone watching this video has been in a situation where you've been in a smelly car, or maybe shared a car with a smelly person to some degree. I can't be the only one. I know it's happened to me, whether it's been through an Uber, taxi, or just riding with friends. Sometimes these things happen and it's not necessarily the best experience. After 2 weeks, if he's getting in your car, like in this scenario, are you gonna say something, or do you feel so bad about it that you're like, well, I already offered to give him a ride, this is a really awkward thing to bring up? How would you approach the situation? How have you done it in the past? And did this particular author of this story handle it in the correct manner? It's a tough situation because people can get really sensitive about this stuff. But I'm curious to hear what you say. Let me know in the comments below. And as always on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to end the show with a free food deal. This week is no exception, and this week we are going to Bojangles. So right now at Bojangles, you can score a free Bo's chicken sandwich. All you have to do is create an account, so sign up for their loyalty program, and add a Bo's chicken sandwich to your cart, and then use the promo code free sandwich at checkout to make it free. And please note that no purchase is required. So hey, that's pretty easy, get a free chicken sandwich. And that's the case with a lot of these apps, right? When you sign up for an app or you sign up for a loyalty program, whether it's Bojangles or anything else, oftentimes they will give you some kind of free sandwich or free side item or free something just for signing up. So keep that in mind. This week we're talking about Bojangles, but don't neglect other apps that are out there. This episode was a lot of fun. We talked about the Hyatt status match, which I think is absolutely awesome. We talked about the hugely elevated offers on the Marriott cards, and I've got to know what you have to say in regards to that YouGov survey on airplane etiquette, as well as a story about driving with somebody that's super smelly in the car. Some really interesting stuff. Keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. And when you apply using that referral link, it does greatly help support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, you are going to get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free chicken sandwiches, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.